We've cooled off our soon-to-be barbecue sauce. It's looking really good. So now we're gonna blend it because it is cool enough for me to stick my finger in it without burning myself. It tastes really good. So it tastes good. So we haven't salted this yet. There's a really important reason why, and it's because of these peaches. So we could salt this right now, and we would just be flavoring like the outside sauce, right? But once we blend it, these peaches are gonna get blended all up into the sauce as well. We're not gonna really get an accurate like salting temperature for it. So I'm just gonna wait to salt it until it's been blended and I get an overall taste of what the sauce is gonna taste like. So we're gonna blend it in this guy right here. And I wanna make sure when I'm blending this in the blender, or when I'm pouring this into the blender, that I get all the little brown bits off the bottom of the pan, because browning is flavor. I'm gonna keep saying that. Browning is flavor. So all the little brownie bits on the bottom of the pan, called the fond, are really important for flavor. And we've got them all up. They'll naturally come up as we're like bubbling the sauce, but just make sure you get them all. So we're gonna pour this into the blender, and hopefully it won't splop all over me, because I don't really want to be covered in barbecue sauce. That's also why I'm wearing an apron. The last time I did this, I had a big splop of barbecue sauce just like on my face, and nobody told me, and it was there for like probably like 5 hours. Even though I had like kind of like rinsed my face off, it had like stuck because it's sticky, and I didn't see it till I went to bed. And it was super embarrassing. So we're gonna blend this, and we're gonna blend it at a relatively low speed at first. We do wanna blend this until it's super smooth, and it's not super sensitive to over blending. Like, you can blend it a little more to get super smooth texture. And what we wanna do is make sure that it's liquidy enough to blend. If you find that your sauce is not liquidy enough, you can add a little bit more vinegar, or you can just add water if you don't want to adjust the flavor that much, just to make sure that it blends adequately, and then you taste it and you can like adjust the flavoring. So let's give it a start. Let's turn it on first. Let's go. I've got it on 2, so let's go. I'm gonna turn it up. Alrighty, I'm gonna scrape down the sides really fast because there's little bits of onion and garlic, which isn't a huge deal, but texturally I want this to be really smooth, so I don't want any little like bits in it that would be weird on the palate. It's looking good, actually. I'm gonna give it a pre-taste and see how it tastes. Oh, it's really good. Oh, actually, it's just a little spicy. It's actually a good level of spicy. I've got like a little bit of lingering spiciness and then it goes away. It definitely needs salt. I'm gonna add a generous pinch of salt and then a smaller pinch of salt. I'm debating whether I wanna add any more. I don't think I wanna add any more sweetness. I do wanna add a little bit more lemon for tartness. This is about a half teaspoon of lemon. And again, this is totally up to you. This is your barbecue sauce. So you're gonna make this how you want it. So if you want it spicier, add more cayenne or chili powder. If you want more acid, add more vinegar, add more lemon juice. I think the vinegar we used was apple cider vinegar because it's super easy and everybody has it, but you can use any vinegar you want, really. You can use a sweeter vinegar if you want. Add more salt if you like it saltier, or add even more brown sugar, some regular white sugar, or more of the canned peach juice if you want to make it a little sweeter. And really, you can add anything you want. Like if you like decide that you want it a little bit more like seasony, you could add a little bit of cumin, which would be delicious. You can add pretty much anything you want out of your spice cabinet. It'll work really well. All right, let's give this a go. Put it on 2. Put it up. Alrighty, we're done. So I want to point out that this is like a super blender. This is like Julie's Mega Vitamix. And it moves really quickly. So if you have like a regular everyday blender at home that doesn't have like a lawnmower engine in it, you probably have to blend it a little bit more. Now this is actually blended and it's made it warm again. These blenders move so fast that they will actually boil soup if you blend something for too long. So it's something to be mindful of if you're using a Vitamix or a Blendtec or a Ninja. It's good. Oh, it's delicious. I'm gonna add more salt. I like a lot of salt. If you don't like a lot of salt, you are welcome to add as little salt as you want. But I guarantee you, if you like push your own boundaries and keep adding a little bit more salt than you would normally think is normal, you might actually find that your food tastes better. So we're gonna blend this guy again. Come on. Oop, I turned it off. High maintenance blender. Alrighty, it's off. Let's give it one more taste. I think it's probably done. Oh my God. This is like the delicious barbecued sauce dance. This is so good! Holy crap. I probably just totally clipped the audio, but whatever, it's worth it. It smells delicious too. So what are we gonna do with this barbecue sauce? I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do with it. Julie has decided to make ribs for dinner. And so Julie has a beautiful rack of ribs that she's been cooking 24 hours in her sous vide tub with her sous vide circulator. So they're gonna be super tender, and then she's gonna slather them with this barbecue sauce, and we're gonna throw it on the grill, or maybe under the broiler, depending on what the weather is later. And we're gonna taste this barbecue sauce in action, and it's gonna be freaking delicious. Alrighty, we've got our barbecue sauce made earlier in the day, and we put it to good use. Julie made some beautiful sous vide ribs. She sous vide these ribs for 24 hours and then slathered them with the barbecue sauce we just made, and then put them under the broiler for a few minutes, and they're freaking delicious. And I'm not the only one who's gonna think so. I'm gonna test it out with somebody else. So I'm gonna call Carl on. This is Carl. This is our amazing videographer, camera guy. What's up, Carl? We're both gonna try these ribs at the same time. So I'm gonna take the little guy, because I've been eating all day. Let's see how they are.
Cheers.
Cheers! Woohoo! Oh, they're good. I got a bone. Oh my God. Oh my God. Rib dance.
I'm just gonna eat it all right now.
Oh, it's so good. You have to stop what you're doing and make this barbecue sauce right now. It is so worth it.